Yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming. Welcome to our collective calls. Today's Thursday, and yeah, we're happy to see everybody here. Let me introduce real quick our speakers. We got three projects today to share the pitch deck, some Q&A, the usual drill. And by the way, my name is Ivan, and there's Malika. We are hosting today's meeting. So back to the projects. So firstly, we got Gianluca, co-founder at Nex Labs, then Halvor, co-founder at Cauldron, and Akhilesh, founder of the project called StablePay. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming. Let me remind you real quick about the rules of our call, how we usually do it. So the speaker has 5 minutes for the pitch part, and the audience has like 10 minutes for the Q&A section to address some questions, exchange thoughts. So the drill. We will add a timer for convenience, and yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the chat or just raise your hand. And yeah, thank you so much for coming again. Be sure to check your screen sharing, camera settings, and whatnot. And yeah, who's going to be the first one? Gianluca, are you up to be the first one?
Yeah, of course, no problem for me.
Yeah, go ahead. Passing the mic to you. Thank you so much for coming again.
Hey guys, thanks first of all for the opportunity to pitch our project. Let me share my screen so I can dive also in our website. I don't like to share decks because I think that are full of slides and maybe it doesn't really follow.
Okay, so basically today I will pitch Nex Labs. We are a decentralized index provider protocol. So imagine us as the NASDAQ of cryptocurrencies. We came up with this idea because as a crypto investors from a lot of time and also we noticed that there is a big issue with the UI experience in the crypto market. If you want to invest in DeFi space, there are thousands of wallets and thousands of different blockchains. So for a newbie or for someone that is new to this industry, it's really fragmented the user experience. So first of all, we took this concept from the TradeFi market and we take like this vehicle of investment as ETF-like product in the crypto market. Furthermore, we noticed that in the recent years, the crypto market is an issue to grow in terms of liquidity because every time the agents or crypto traders make money, they go off ramp. It means if I trade on DeFi and I make some profit on chain, I will go to buy stocks off ramp, I will go to buy an house, or I will go just to sell my investments to fiat, to my bank account. Why is that? Because they're not really such a category of serious products on chain. And then this issue really is a big issue that actually is not just regarding our product, but it's regarding all the crypto industry. So the crypto industry doesn't really grow up because there is this big issue of extraction of the liquidity. Every cycle, crypto traders make money and they go off ramp. So as Nex Labs, we are a company based in Amsterdam. We have in Netherlands, we have a team composed from 15 people all over the world. And we partner with Banca Sella, that is the second oldest bank in Italy. To this partnership, we are coming up with a mixed solution that is good for TradeFi investors and for crypto investors. Our solution is an index basket solution. So you can imagine us, as I said, the NASDAQ of cryptocurrencies, and we are combining different crypto assets in just one basket. So with this solution, we are basically addressing to all the problems that I discussed before. And to give you some example, we are building real-world asset indices. So merging real-world assets that are already on chain with the crypto assets. For example, we have anti-inflation index. That is a composition between native Bitcoin and gold issued by Tether. We have Crypto 5, that is the top 5 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We have Magnificent 7, that is the top 7 tech stocks on chain, and is the first index of stocks on chain of this type. And also we have Arbitrum index that is in composition in partnership with the Arbitrum Foundation about the top 15 protocols by TVL on Arbitrum. There are some cool things to say about that. We made a partnership with Chainlink and we created this technology called automated rebalance mechanism. That basically it's a concept of rebalancing a reweight. Our index is completely passive investing experience. Once you buy one of those products, the underlying are going to rebalance itself. So for example, if you buy Crypto 5, top 5 cryptocurrencies, every week the index is going to rebalance. So you are exposed to the top of the market. And this is the same for all the indices. Another important feature to mention is that we are not active asset manager. So we don't have a team of analysts that are actually rebalancing the portfolio. all the metrics are or by TVL or inverse volatility. We don't own the liquidity of the users. It's completely on chain by decentralized vaults. What we created is the technologies that is on chain and open source for everybody. So we can also partnership with derivative protocols, lending and borrowing, because our indices are RC20 tokens. So if you want to build perpetuals on top of that, you can. If you want to build lending and borrowing protocols on top of that or options, you can. As I said, this solution is coming actually to fix the user experience issue mainly. And we are coming up in our roadmap also for more funny indices. For example, meme coin index containing the top 20 meme coins and is rebalancing weekly. So if you want to invest, you're at Hedge and you want to invest in meme coin, just buy the meme coin index. Of course, we are doing also different partnerships with centralized exchanges and protocols because this technology really enjoyed by banks because it's a portfolio rebalance technology. Don't see it as just as an index. With our tech, you can rebalance your portfolio without any stress. That's Nex Labs. I will not go too much in details because for other topics, because we don't have time. I'm happy to listen any questions if you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Gianluca, for being on time. I appreciate that. So professional. Now to Q&A part, guys, as we said before, feel free to leave your questions in the chat. And by the way, reminding you real quick that we posted all the contact details as well in the chat. So you can find TG, email, credentials in there. So yeah, looking forward to your questions.
There is already something in the chat. Yeah, Leon Gerard, thank you for your question. Hi, Gianluca, how do you compare to Swarm.com?
Oh yes, so Swarm.com first of all is highly centralized. They don't really own they own the liquidity of the users, and their indices are not rebalanced. So that means that once you create an index product, is that has not been rebalanced. Furthermore, it's really important to notice that real world asset is a big narrative, and thanks to our bank partnership, we are focused on real world asset indices. So you can find out there other competitors as maybe Set and Zim Finance. I think they are better competitors than Swarm actually. But the issue with them is that they are don't doing a rebalance, so they don't rebalance the indices. Once you buy the basket, that's it. And furthermore, there is no real world asset index. So the concept here is to merge real world assets with crypto to fight volatility and to let TradeFi people enter in those products. For example, we're also building indices that are merging German bonds and Bitcoin, and it's always the same tech stack. I hope I answer your question, Leon.
Yeah, you totally answered. Thanks. Another question: with your ARM, how do you avoid being too reactive to short-term market changes while still ensuring the portfolio stays diversified?
Nice question. So you have to think that we have a partnership with Chainlink, thanks that we are in their accelerator. So we use 4 types of oracles, from data feeds to functions to CCP, and basically we have also one of our internal oracle that double check the prices. So what you will see as a rebalance price will be always the latest on-chain price. So there is no incentives for front running.
Okay, thank you.
And in terms of diversification, because I think that this question contains 2 actual questions. So the ARM is that the first part. I hope I answered correctly. The second part, the portfolio will be always diversified according by the type of product, right? So Amphi is gold and Bitcoin and is rebalanced by inverse volatility. So right now is 70% gold issued by Tether, XLT, 30% native Bitcoin. So what means with that? When Bitcoin will be less volatile actually, right? We'll take more share. Right now it's more volatile than gold, then as way less share because it's just 30%. So the diversification of the portfolio really depends on the product itself, the type of index.
Yeah. Another question. You're working on hybrid indices. What's the biggest challenge in balancing crypto and RWA exposure? And how do you ensure both sides remain liquid and stable?
Yeah, good question. So basically regarding the crypto side, we always pick RC20 tokens that are really liquid. For example, on Crypto 5, we can use XRP, right? On Chainlink, there is no XRP AVM versions. I mean, there were not really a lot of pools having XRP. So we made an analysis by TVL, and we always pick the most liquid asset. So for example, we pick a version of XRP that was actually most liquid on BSC than on Arbitrum. So we have an analysis of our portfolio underlying assets that is always picking the most liquid cryptocurrencies. And actually, thanks to DeFi markets, we can check the most liquid cryptocurrencies always. Regarding real-world assets, we make partnership with products and protocols that already have a lot of liquidity. So, for example, with Amphi, XAUT is the most liquid gold version on chain because it's issued by Tether. But we had a lot of other protocols saying, hey, can I partner with you because also I have a gold tokenized version? But then they had just like a few millions of liquidity, while XAUT is already like saying 500 million, something like that. So yeah, we always pick the most liquid assets, and we also have a team of research for that, to always having the most liquid assets on chain.
Thank you. Yeah. Do we have more questions to Gianluca?
I have a question, by the way. So, Gianluca, could you tell us who is on your team and what experience in crypto do they have?
Yeah, first of all, like I'm the CEO and co-founder. I've studied biomedical engineering in Italy. While studying that, I discovered blockchain and Bitcoin around 7 years ago, and I became really a nerd about this world. And then I moved to Amsterdam in Netherlands to study data science, and then we founded our company. We have a team of 15 people, 6 founders. There is also Walt, our CTO, that is Dutch. He has a master in nanotechnologies, experience in a VC, worked in a financial VC. Plus, we have Rosario Napolano, that is director of Banca Patrimoni Sella. He has more than 20 experience of being Italian director of Deutsche Bank Italy. Then he moved to Banca Sella, and is the manager of a wealth management fund with more than 10 billion asset under management. Then we have Lorenzo, that is our CGO, graduated in economy and business. Also his experience with us with startups. Then we have Mums, that is our KOL, a really famous influencer in the Twitter X space. He's a really young guy, 20 years old. And then we have Giovanni Piccirillo, that is an expert lawyer. That's a bit the cap table of equity shareholder. Then we have One Invest, one of the first VC that invested in us, really well known in the Web3 space. And then all our other people, I mentioned 14, 15 people, are designers, web developers. One of the first smart contract developer, Morteza Kedri in Iran, is one of our employees. So we have really a nice team composed with different people with different know-how. That's, I think, it's a really good skill.
Yeah, thank you so much for answering this one. And last one from me, how do you see your project in 5 years?
Yeah, actually, we are partnership with these banks because we don't want just target DeFi users. And in 5 years, I really hope that we will have more products serious as us. We are worried about this cycle that is just Bitcoin and meme coins. If we want really this crypto industry grow, we need more serious products. So we need stocks on chain, we need indices on chain, and I really hope to see the DeFi exposure in that sense. While on the TradeFi, if we partnership with this bank, is because we want to list our products on banking app, as Revolut, as Hype, as N26, that are leading digital apps in Europe. So we really see a financial app becoming overall app, as we saw the case with WeChat in China and so on. So we might see on X financial trading apps. We might see on banking apps only one app where you can trade your bonds, your stocks, your savings, and of course your crypto. And why not investing in indices if it's easier in terms of UI and exposure? That's how we see our product in 5 years.
Right on, Gianluca. Thank you for answering this one as well. Guys, in case we have no questions, I think we can conclude with the first speaker. Gianluca, thank you so much for being here on the call. It was a pleasure hearing you out. We had a nice talk. Best of luck to you, man.
Thank you so much. I'm here anytime, guys. They have my contact. You have my contact. So if you have any question or follow up, just ping me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. You can check the chat, guys, if you're new here. We posted all the contact details again. Yeah, we're moving on. Second project here to pitch is Cauldron, and please, guys, welcome co-founder Halvor. Thank you so much for coming. Passing the mic to you. What's up, man?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, guys. I met Tony actually in Davos during the World Economic Forum a couple of weeks ago, and was asked to come in here and talk a bit about Cauldron. So I will do that right now. Cauldron is a fairly straightforward project. We have made the world's fastest DEX, and we have made a stablecoin. So DEX is called Cauldron, and our stablecoin is called MUSD. I'm going to show you right now how we are able to have it run this fast and this cheap. So obviously the biggest problem in DeFi right now, it's things are extremely expensive, and sometimes you lose out on trades because things move very slowly. Right. So my co-founder, Dagger Wahlberg, he's a 10-year Bitcoin veteran. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He made BIP 100. He invented the Cauldron protocol. And Cauldron is a DEX and DeFi protocol where you can put in liquidity, just like in Uniswap. And swapping on Cauldron actually is faster than sending normal transactions on L1. There's very few people that can understand how this is possible, but this is what makes Cauldron the world's fastest. So Cauldron is on the Bitcoin Cash network. And why did we choose this network? Well, it was because my co-founder is one of the maintainers of the Bitcoin Cash protocol, and he had just implemented this new update to the blockchain, and he had figured out this way on how to actually create a DEX where swapping is faster than just sending normal transactions on chain on L1. It's very important to us. So this is Cauldron. Thing about Cauldron is that you guys are most likely used to EVM DEXs and EVM liquidity, right? Where you basically buy a share of a huge shared liquidity pool. And there's different attack vectors. Obviously, you don't own all your liquidity yourself. You can have on Ethereum $1 to $20 transaction fee. This doesn't happen in Cauldron. When you put out liquidity in Cauldron, for example, you take $100 worth of crypto and put it out to yield farm. Instead of having a bit of a big liquidity pool, you create thousands of small micro pools. 100% of your liquidity, and you get 100% of the fees. And Cauldron automatically arbitrage trades between different liquidity pools within the same liquidity pair. I can go more into detail about this mechanism after the pitch. This December, we also created a stable-coin called Moria MUSD. It's a 100% decentralized, open source, censorship resistant stable coin. We currently have a stable coin monopoly on Bitcoin Cash. We're very happy about that. Currently testing version 0. Version 1 will launch this May. So it's a lending protocol. You put in your collateral in Bitcoin Cash and you mint MUSD. You can obviously trade it on the Cauldron DEX. People loved Moria USD. We made front page, Bitcoin.com news, and some people calling it the USDT killer. It's made us obviously flattered. So so this is how the interface looks. You guys can just go in and test both the DEX and the stablecoin right now. The DEX is Cauldron.quest, stablecoin is Moria.money. We have tons of loans laying up here, so it's very fun. So this is our project portfolio, swapping, this is Cauldron, our DEX. Lending and stablecoins, this is MUSD. Price Oracle, we have an in-house Oracle called the Delphi Oracle, putting the Bitcoin Cash price on chain. So everything we do is on L1 and open source, obviously. We have yield farming and meme coins on the DEX. All these create revenue potential. Short little roadmap. And maybe short about me and our team. My name is Halvor. I'm from Norway. I'm a rocket engineer by background. And excuse me, is my screen sharing still, or?
No, it's not sharing anymore.
Okay, good. As I'm a rocket engineer by background, I've been working in private aerospace sector for the past 5 years. Before that, I co-developed the first Bitcoin wallet in Norway. And as of last year, I co-created Cauldron DEX in MUSD, and I love it. My co-founder, Dagger, he is 10-year Bitcoin veteran, contributing to Bitcoin Core, and was a staunch fighter during the block size wars. We met during that time, and he's the creator of BIP 100. We have PhD, Jacob Notland, working with us. We're based out of St. Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean islands, even though I sit in Norway right now. I live between here and San Francisco. We're opening our next office in Palo Alto this summer, and we're raising $3 million. There's 1.3 million left. We have a minimum of 200K. So yeah, that's it. Happy to speak with anybody here after the call. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, it's not a time to say goodbye, actually. However, we have a Q&A.
No, questions. No,
Yeah,
questions.
of course. And we already received a couple of questions, so I'll be happy to walk through them. So, yeah, first one says, great pitch. You've got big names like Mike Komaranski backing you. What do you think separates Cauldron from other DEXs and stablecoin projects in terms of long-term success?
Yeah, thank you for that. I mean, there's a reason why so many of the OGs of Bitcoin and OGs of crypto like Cauldron DEX, and I believe that this is because it maintains the original ethos of crypto. Everything should be on L1. Everything should be permissionless, and everything should be open source. And I mean, the original idea of Bitcoin was to be money. So the devs, one of them being my co-founder of Bitcoin Cash, they've kind of maintained and held holy the Bitcoin white paper while upgrading the chain all the time every year, and just keeping that original Bitcoin ethos inside your philosophy when you develop. I believe this is. This has been very important for us, and we will continue this for the long term. So we will continue to accelerate permissionless economy as cash, as DeFi, as stablecoins, and as everything that can power a more democratized use of cash. Really, I mean, you can imagine that this is a DeFi product. Mostly there's people in Europe, in America that use this to kind of make money. This is not true, actually. More than half of our user base is in Southeast Asia, and what do they use it as? They use it as money. They just use Cauldron as money. They're not an LP. They just go into Cauldron, automatically get a wallet, and then send each other MUSD to buy bread. Same with Nigeria also. Such a huge market there. Just people using our service just to WhatsApp each other money, basically. So yeah, I believe this is a good path forward, both focusing obviously on kind of advanced users, DeFi, degens, but I mean, our main grassroots is people using crypto as money, like peer-to-peer electronic cash, right? So this is a big vector for us going into.
Thank you for addressing this question. We got another one that actually kept my interest as well. So what types of collateral are used for MUSD, and what is the stability mechanism here?
Yeah, good question that also. The collateral used for MUSD, it's Bitcoin Cash. It's the crypto Bitcoin Cash. And the Moria protocol works so that we can actually put any asset on chain using Moria and the Delphi price feed and Bitcoin Cash as collateral, because the peg, it's called incentivized floating peg, so that to mint MUSD, so you have to take collateral more than 150% collateralized, put it into the smart contract, and then you can mint then 100% MUSD. This MUSD you can take to Cauldron, the DEX, and you can sell it for Bitcoin Cash. So incentivized floating peg works like this. If it's ever under peg, people can buy MUSD from the DEX and then use that to redeem other loans on Moria app, right? They can liquidate other loans. And if it's ever over peg, they can take crypto collateral in Bitcoin Cash, put it into the smart contract, mint MUSD, and then automatically arbitrage trade to sell it to the DEX. And this is both how people make money using MUSD, and it's how we maintain peg. It's a very beautiful living organism.
Indeed it is.
But yeah, if you guys want to read up on this, we are the white paper for Moria. It's very long and very, very good. It's a very good white paper, and it's extremely detailed. So just go to moria.money and you can download it from there.
Yep, we also got your links in the chat, guys. Be sure to check it out as well. The third question goes like this, right? You've got the fastest DEX and a stablecoin monopoly on Bitcoin Cash. What's your strategy for keeping this momentum as more competitors enter the space?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we kind of have used the strategy of just build, and if other people come and make some other good products, this is also good actually for us. We have seen this with other interfaces coming to Cauldron. There's been created several other interfaces, some that speaks and interacts with the Cauldron protocol. Also, we have some bots interacting with the Moria protocol and the stablecoin trading. So what we're seeing now is it's building up this kind of ecosystem of apps that we have made that we have, but on a layer outside of this, we have this there's another layer of other apps, websites, bots that people have created that just fuels the DEX and stablecoin protocol with liquidity and volume. So we are happy about this.
Yeah, totally, man. I've got a question, by the way. So, it's a small one. So could you share some future plans with us for this year, or maybe another one? So
yeah, I can, absolutely. So we have lots of fun stuff in store actually for this year. December we launched MUSD, but we are working towards launching other stable assets. I mean, we can put anything on Moria and make it a stable, tradable cryptocurrency where you can see 100% of the backing on chain. Like some of these for me it's gold, silver, other fiat currencies, of course, stocks. I mean, Tesla stock, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, any asset on other chains. This is what I'm looking much forward to. We have one very big surprise that I cannot talk about publicly yet, but yeah, it's gonna be a wild year. So yeah, looking much forward.
So yeah, guys, that's why you better stay tuned and keep an eye on Cauldron. Guys, do we have more questions? Malika, do you have something to add?
Yeah, maybe very quickly, can you tell us about your business model?
Absolutely, I can. So in the pitch deck, you saw maybe that there's like 10 different like revenue streams in our ecosystem overall. Cauldron is very important to us also. Cauldron is the world's fastest DEX, and it's free to use. It's free to use in the sense that we don't scrape off every transaction. We don't scrape off any fee. It's very important to us to grow Cauldron, is that we don't kind of take any fee from each swap and trade. Obviously, there's an LP fee. This is how all the users make money on Cauldron. But the entirety of the fee that people pay, of course, excluding transaction fee, which is 1 cent, goes to the LPs. But yeah, I talked a bit about it in my pitch. And the Cauldron protocol, it's completely free. So ways of revenue is through the stablecoin mint fee. This is possible to implement in the future, and Oracle calls, and Cauldron is also kind of like a launchpad, right? We have launched tokens on Cauldron before with just a button. This is also something that we can monetize, but we are really not trying to milk our users for fees right now. We have a couple of thousand daily users, and they freaking love Cauldron, and we're just gonna continue operating Cauldron like this until we have amassed some orders of magnitude a higher user, at least one.
Cool. Yeah, and maybe the last one. Can you tell us more about your liquidity pools?
Yeah, sure, I can. So DeFi and Bitcoin Cash, it's actually kind of a new phenomenon. Up until June of 2023, it was not possible to do this kind of Ethereum-style DeFi transaction swapping, having tokens on top of the chain. It was not possible. However, 2 years ago, it was created the Cash Tokens upgrade. This made it possible to have tokens on top of Bitcoin Cash, just like we have in Ethereum. Liquidity normally is in this one big EVM global state-controlled pool, right? And this works, but you have so many different variables, and this opens up for DeFi sandwiching and all these other ugly problems. So liquidity on Cauldron works kind of differently. Mainly that when you create a liquidity pool, instead of putting in your two assets in a trading pair and putting it into this EVM pool, shared EVM pool, and receiving an NFT as your kind of proof of your position, you just take your liquidity, split it into 1,000 to 10,000 different micropools where you own the entirety of the pool. This means that you can pull out your liquidity at any point in time. You earn 100% of the fees going there, and you can 100% control your own pool. So most of the coins on Cauldron are like in any other chains. They are meme coins. This is what people love to trade, and this also has obviously the highest APY, and the stablecoin, which has also lots of liquidity. It has kind of some different workings because obviously this is like a long-term asset that people hold and yield farm for longer amounts of time. But yeah, in short, Cauldron pools are micro pools where the user owns 100% of the liquidity instead of owning an NFT, kind of representing their share of one big liquidity.
Okay, thank you, Halvor, for clearing out all the questions. That's all the time we have for the Q&A part. Thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure having you on this call. Best of luck,
Likewise.
man.
Thank you guys. Bye.
And yeah, see you next time. Have a great weekend. And yeah, cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.